onto the data layer, the final layer.
The golden egg.
The golden egg.
That's right. So obviously, data is important. Every business, I'm sure, has files that if they were to cease to be, that would be a problem. So making sure that's backed up and backed up in more than one place, right? So just like everything else is in layers, you do backups in layers too. You have a local backup and offsite backup. That offsite backup should be somewhat segmented from your local backup in a way that if the local backup were to be destroyed, lost, encrypted, or otherwise go away, that you have the offsite backup sitting there separate, ready to go. Restore verifications are super important. That's something a lot of organizations don't do enough of. They're like, yeah, we have backups. Okay, well, when was the last time you tested to make sure they work? Because the wrong time to do that is when something happens. The right time to do that is before. That's something that we generally refer to as Schrodinger's backup, which is the state of any backup's unknown unless you try to restore it first. And so restoring those on some sort of, either quarterly or, twice a year cadence to go, okay, like I know that at this point in time, I was able to recover, these servers in their entirety from, offsite and onsite backups. And I know that they're, both working as expected.
So it's even 3 or 4 years ago, there would seem to be a real resistance to cloud backups. I don't know if it was a cost thing or a complexity thing, but maybe you guys could touch a little bit on
yeah, I'll speak on that. I literally had a conversation about this not that long ago. So the way I've understood it over the years is cost was a factor for sure. If you go back 7-8 years ago, it was pretty expensive if you had a lot of data to go to the cloud. That's kind of gone away now, obviously. Cloud storage has gotten so cheap. The other piece was people didn't like their data being in somebody else's place, right? So if it wasn't, and I mean, we had this for a while, remember? We used to have our own Infinity encrypted cloud-based storage that was in our data center, right? And people loved it. It wasn't the cheapest, but they knew, hey, I know you all, you guys are backing my stuff up. There was a privacy concern people had, and nowadays it basically doesn't exist. I know that at least the way we do offsite backups, the vendor, we could use any vendor, they can never get the data the way the encryption and the keys work. But yeah, those were the two things I saw a lot, Eric.
Yeah, being able to have those backups encrypted as they're transiting the internet and then where they're landing on the internet. So even if where they're landing on the internet's compromised, you're not getting in without some ridiculously long, decryption key.
Yeah. And that protects them from ransomware.
Yes, encryption protecting against encryption.
That's right.
All right, thank you guys, and thank you for watching. If you didn't catch one of our earlier segments, we did cover another cybersecurity best practice tool, specifically the ransomware canary that we talked about a little bit here. So we encourage you to take a look at that, and we'll see you next time.